Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be playing Vampyr again. I'm Sarah of Matt and Sarah's World, and hopefully everything is going to work this time, because I just tried to get back into it and it all crashed. Matt has found a new charger for the controller, so I'm hoping I can play with the controller. Looks like it. So we're in the middle one in night shift. Continue. Careful when you sell items, as some ingredients are hard to gather and may be vital for unlocking and crafting advanced recipes. Cool. Where do I sell items? There has been a very recent, or soon, it might be soon to be, update of Vampyr. Now, I'm still playing on the old version, so I was contemplating following the story mode, but when it comes out, or die already! Ah! I'm beginning to wonder if there's some other thing I need to do, because every time I go near these guys I die and I don't have enough blood. Let's get rid of that, because I don't seem to be doing very well with that. He does well with that. Okay, that's a two-handed weapon. Don't want a two-handed weapon at the moment. Activities: you may throw a spear. Okay. I meant, no, not that bit. I meant to check that out before, didn't I? Before I started. Gameplay. Controls. How do vampiric skills strike mesmerize? LT. Okay, so it's these ones. Okay, so okay. That might actually help if I know how to do that. Practice on you. Right. Son, I died. I didn't die. I was just going to say, it might be an idea if I bugger off somewhere else, like outside. Can't get out that door, can I? Gain some skills, but okay. I've been in here. Oh yeah, you're locked.
It's locked.
I need a key for some sort of thing. No option to get out that door. Right, okay, I think this is the door, isn't it? Yes. I was trying to get an advantage on you by going on the stairs, but that didn't work. Now I can't see. Where are you? I hate this camera! Yes, I've been defeated. No, I know. I'm losing my headphones. Don't know what to do. Okay. Turn round. Jackass. Turn round, Doctor. And we go back out the gate. Yes. Right. I've been in here, haven't I? I know the main story is downstairs. I know it is, but he can't do anything while he's got no blood. So I need to find something, be it rat or be it human. Different kind. You can craft different kinds of serums using a workbench. These can be lifesavers in dangerous combat situations. Might have been an idea to craft a few of those. Right. Okay, so what we got out here? Anything? Camera, let me see. I'm going for a walk. Hang on, there's a shiny. Shotgun shells, bullets. I'm going for a walk. Come back here in a minute. I need to see if there's any. Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter a quarantine area without written local health authority. Okay, fine. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Yes, I'm getting away from the main mission. I don't particularly care at this point in time. That district status is serious. Okay, maybe I don't want to go down there just yet then. Small bag of drunk. Looks like I'm completely off the map. King and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front.
It's locked.
Watch and shillings, okay. Okay. Considering that he uses rats to eat, I would have thought you'd be able to find more rats easily. Enter at your own risk. But district status serious. Citizens are in curfew. Official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 PM by the church bells. City won't. Jews curfew not opened after 9 PM. Oh, great. Well, am I going for a quiet stroll to try and figure out if I could find some rats and something to eat? Didn't work. Yeah, we've been defeated. What a surprise. Where's he woken up? On the bridge. Do not cough in public, prevent disease. Okay. Jesus, the hospital is full. Okay, let's have a mooch around the hospital for a bit and see what happens, because I haven't actually looked around the hospital yet.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Do you now?
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Okay. I have not been successful yet. Social circle unknown. Blood quality. Okay. Probably not a good idea to
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor
Use
to
you
work with
for the
Dr.
blood?
Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Oh, come on. You was working. Stop vibrating at me and just work. There we go.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
New investigation.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Just going again, come on.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Come now, we can handle this.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Same person. Sorry, I couldn't tell from behind.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation?
Sorry.
At the Pembroke Hospital.
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Not very nice time to get a grip, so...
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Okay.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cottard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Drawing. Social circle. Okay, so she's only linked to the other guy. Elma is affected by the Cottard syndrome and believes she is a vampire.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Yes.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Find out who is spying on Thelma. Okay, so let's play that one then. Ah, wrong button. Because if I'm right, it's this one. There, so that means I'm now conducting an investigation about that too. Okay, that's cool.
Good evening, sir.
Uh-huh.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Anything else unlocked? No.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Interrogate Winnie. What? Who? What? Where's that?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's
I
getting
like
worse
him.
every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Yeah.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Don't have enough coins for that. What do I have in my bag? I don't know. Take some of them. Aluminium shard, a shard of aluminium that probably comes from a ship. A filler metal for welding. Used for range weapon mechanisms. Okay. Put my hand on the means somebody gonna hand up any offhand weapon. Take that. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so he's the trade guy. The ambulance person is the trade guy. That's good to know.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Sorry for the delay, folks. It keeps dropping out on me.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Disgust on every street corner.
Another don't sneeze in the gardens. Same nurse, I think.
Death. And what of my own life?
Ah, different nurse, I think.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Anything there? No.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Dust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Nope, can't talk to them or do anything with them.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit.
Okay, I'm going to leave this here for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video.